Sunday, June, was it the 11th or 12th? I don't know what day's today. Today is the 11th. I lose track. Anyways, I decided I needed a mountain day. So I took myself to Woodstock, New Hampshire. Kind of a multi-purpose twofold day. Not only am I in need of some serious time out in the mountains for myself to just get some fresh air. There's that butterfly just doing circles around me. I'm also doing some scouting for film that I plan to do late summer. But man, it is just a gorgeous day, perfect day for a hike. I checked the air quality today. I know that the fires coming out of Canada early this week were kind of wreaking havoc on air quality, but I did check and it is not affecting this area. Air quality is superior today, so it smells great. And I just happened to see this cliff behind me. Dilly Cliff Walk runs along there. I don't know exactly how to get up there. I think it's another parking lot I have to get to, but I am intrigued by this. This actually could play a role in the film that I want to do. It's beautiful. So I am at Lost River Gorge, which I have never been to, near Woodstock, New Hampshire. Just parked and I am beginning my journey today. I will keep you guys updated. I'm in what's called the pothole. Erosion carved out this area a long time ago. It was discovered in the 1920s, but you can see the shape of this is this cute, I don't know if that's the right adjective for this, but it's hard to describe, but it's this almost like picture like God took an ice cream scoop and carved it out of the earth, the rock, and I'm standing in that spot right now. It's almost like a perfect ice cream scoop shape that I'm inside the earth right now. It's really cool. So I crawled into it. I mean, there's a big opening here, but you have to crawl in this spot over here to get in. This is only the first crawl space of many, I'm told. I have to amend my last video entry. It's called the Sun Altar. It's right here. And at certain times of the day, rays of sunlight strike a big rock in the middle, giving the cave its name, the Sun Altar. Almost like a scene from Raiders of the Lost Ark. I feel like if you wait to a certain moment, I will find the Ark and the Covenant. I want to draw attention to something else here. There's a sign for this, but I actually noticed this even before I saw the sign. There is this tree here, and it's identified as a birch tree. It's not looking too healthy right now because there's no leaves growing on it, so I think it's not doing great anymore. But what's amazing is the trunk and the root structure. I'm going to turn the camera. Clinging, here's the tree right itself, but notice how it comes down here. The tree doesn't start there. It's bending. That's its elbow. The trunk actually comes over here, goes underneath the boardwalk, and its root structure is this. This is the tree's root structure clinging to the side of the mountain, the side of the cliff, which is all rock. Trees are amazing. And part of the tree also is right here. It's sharing this root structure with this part of the birch, which is flourishing. And one more example of it right here. And this one's doing pretty well. And I see this a lot where a tree grows out over a gorge off of rocks, and it's somehow able to find, you know, soil and nutrients buried within these crevices of these rocks to help it grow this big. It's amazing. Alright, I'm entering the Cave of Odin. That doesn't look so bad, huh? I just don't want to drop my phone. It says I have to crawl and duck. Alright. Come out to the coast. We'll get together. We'll have a few laughs. Oh, Jesus, more. I have to put my phone away for this part. Alright, time for an update. I am a little further along in my adventure in Lost River. I made it to Paradise Falls, and the name delivers. It's these cascading falls ending in this basin below. It really is breathtaking. It is one of the more beautiful waterfalls I have seen in New Hampshire, in the Northeast. I want to jump in underneath at the base of these falls. I cannot. I don't really mean jump in, but I mean I want to climb down there. And that water is clear. There's some fish swimming around down there. There's no access, but if there was, I would definitely go underneath that water. It looks so good, so refreshing. Check this place out. It is worth it. Going to the Devil's Kitchen. My kind of place. I love the fact there's a real oil lantern in here. I'm gonna hold on to my phone. Oh, this is nothing. This ain't bad at all. There's a real oil lantern. I love the smell of oil burning. So, I'm out of breath because I actually just went through an intense situation. One of the things that I feel like I'm personally going through right now is the idea of conquering fears. It's also a subject matter of the film I'm going to be doing. More on that later. One of the reasons why I'm up here. And I actually encountered a situation where I was facing one of my deepest fears, and that is being underground in a tight enclosed space. Now the Lost River, as I showed you before, has these underground passageways. I just went through a passageway that is not just underground but extremely tight, and I knew that this was something that I could encounter here. Below here, can't really see it very well. It's this diagonal slope. I don't know if I can't. Yeah, so it goes down here about 15 feet. You can see a lantern there, and there's this little crevice there that is maybe, I mean, at its widest is 25 inches high, which is pretty good size, but just descending into the earth and then crawling through a small space where you cannot go on your hands and knees. You actually have to drag yourself through the earth to get through the other side. Is intense, and it actually is one of my fears. I've probably seen the movie The Descent too much, one of my favorite movies of all time, but it is one of my fears, is being trapped underground. So, but the family over here coming out this other cave helped me, guided me through this very intense situation. Two of the kids went in front of me, the father was behind me, and I made it. I'm kind of breathy right now, but it feels good because I've been staring at this cave for about 10 minutes wondering if I could do it or not, and I did it. Screw it, I'm doing it again. Has anyone seen the movie The Descent? I feel like I'm living it. This is the opening. Still love the smell of the oil lamp. All right. And on top of it, it's so slippery and there's no traction. And the water, it's so noisy, and the noise, it's intense. All right. Oh my God, I'm gonna try to, this is hard. You gotta really use your abs for this. And I'm holding a phone while doing this. And I'm trying not to drop the phone in the water that's below me. But I might be stuck now. Come on, abs. You know what? I do it on my side. It's easier, but then my hips get stuck. All right. Okay. Oh, yeah. Whew. On the other side, you can stand. But you know, on the other side, it's really cool view. Yeah, I just came through that hole. Oh man. Me and my hole. I got something to try for next year. The lemon squeezer. Can barely fit my thigh through. Well, not really, but not this year. Now entering the Judgment Hall of Pluto. This stuff is heavy. It just can't be like the breezy walk through caves. It's, you know, I feel like I'm constantly walking through a ring of fire every time I go through a cave. Like I'm being judged. It's Hell's Kitchen. It's like Odin's throne room. Like it's like serious stuff here. Man. All right. Wish me luck. I think I found the Cave of Wonders. I had to crawl through the tiniest crevice to get here also. But man, look at this. sunlight beam coming down, hitting right here too. It's an underground 20-foot waterfall. This is one of the most amazing things I've ever seen in my life. This is in New Hampshire, 2 hours and 40 minutes from my house. Unbelievable. I like this little part here. I'm in the hall of the ships. Over here, it looks like the bow of an ocean liner. Right over there. It's pretty cool. And below me, keel of a rowboat. There's a really cool suspension bridge here. I really do want to jump on it. There is a Temple of Doom joke I could make here, but I won't, because I have some taste. My next stop is taking me to Livermore Falls, and this place is interesting. It's about 30 miles east of where I was at Lost River. What I'm looking for in New Hampshire is a place where in this short film somebody could do a relatively safe jump into a basin below, like a cliff jump. I know that might be kind of an oxymoron, because there's nothing truly safe about cliff jumping. And I'm not talking like some crazy 50-foot jump, but I'm just doing some scouting, and I thought by where I was at Lost River there was a location near there. I could not find it, so I looked around and I saw a place called Livermore Falls, and I found this place, and this is not even remotely safe, and is actually kind of a drug dungeon. It looks like more than anything it's a rundown mill. Yeah, and where people jump from is those rocky cliffs along there, and from the trestle bridge. Yeah, that ain't happening. This is an interesting location though, and that would make a really, really cool location for a film. Not this film. But the first thing I did when I walked up here is I came up here and I looked down. There's like no railing at all. Not a safe location at all. There's death everywhere here. Yeah. But it's quite beautiful in its own way. But not what I'm looking for. But if you go on YouTube, you'll see some really cool videos of people jumping off this trestle bridge. If you're into that thing. And over here, where this building was, this mill factory, you can look into like the bowels of this. You can kind of see it's all hollowed out here. Looks like kids in here, teenagers, up to no good. But yeah. And this it's held up by this concrete ceiling that there's really nothing supporting it, and all this growth is on top of it here. Just more and more growth, which seems like it's gonna just collapse someday. Heading northwest on my way to what I'm hoping will be the perfect location for the film. We'll find out. But the weather's perfect. 79 degrees according to my car. I'm loving this day. Got the wind blowing here. It's messy. I don't care. I'm gonna close my windows for a second. I feel like I have some thoughts, but not that much. Just a little bit. Like 2/3 closed. So I love traveling. I love driving around aimlessly, no itinerary, and just letting my gut just take me where I'm going. My last stop just wasn't what I hoped it would be, and you know, I could have just kind of given up on the day, and I just, on a whim, did a little bit more research, like, hey, you know what? I found another spot. I'm just gonna go there. Screw it. I'm gonna check it out. I have about another 50 minutes to go, but it's only 3:50 in the afternoon. I got plenty of time. I'll be there with I'll be able to spend about an hour and a half there. Probably grab some dinner at one of the local restaurants in Vermont. It's on the Vermont side of it's in Vermont, so I love this part of the country. It's one of my favorites. I come up here a lot. A lot is a relative term. As much, I'd like to come up here more, but it's very peaceful to me. Life just kind of slows down up here for me, and I love the air. I love the sights, the mountains. I think I find my rhythm up here. And I love driving through here as much as I love hiking and walking around here. Just driving these roads, and I'm not on like 93 on a main highway. When I can, and I see, even if it takes me longer to get somewhere, I will take the long way, because I just love seeing the little, just how life is up here, like the little country stores, the houses, the folk that live up here, and it just brings so much joy to me. All right, I've made it to Keechee Gorge. Is a trail that takes me to the bottom of the gorge. I don't think there's a swimming hole back here. You can see they put up a fence here. They definitely don't want you going through here. I guess it's not safe, but it brings you to the bottom of the gorge. I'm almost there, as you can see. I don't know. This could be a pipe dream, but it looks like a pretty cool spot here nonetheless. We'll find out in a moment. Well, made it to the bottom of the gorge, and you know, the payoff is really nice. It's a beautiful area here. Nice watering hole. People are going fishing here, and I think on a hot day, this would be a great place to go around. River extends behind me here. I just decided to take a seat here. I'll admit I am kind of disappointed. Didn't really find what I was looking for here, despite doing some research on this place and finding some videos. Not giving up, but it is making me reconsider a little bit how I might write the story. It's tough. We live in the Northeast. I live in Massachusetts and neighboring states of Vermont and Maine and New Hampshire. It's the topography isn't really designed for the story that I'm telling. If I lived in Washington or Oregon, it'd be perfect. You know, there would be dozens and dozens of locations for this. Unfortunately, that's not where I live, and I don't really have the budget to fly a cast and a crew out there. Unless I run a Kickstarter campaign. No, probably not going to do that. Small film, but going to reconsider maybe a few things. But the story doesn't change. Get off me. Yeah. Story doesn't change. Maybe just a few details. But it doesn't change the fact that this has been a gorgeous day. I've been experiencing some just amazing locales here in New Hampshire, and now I'm in Vermont. But I've just found some places that I want to return to and just enjoy. Not that I haven't enjoyed these experiences today, but this has been eye-opening, finding some new places that I didn't even know existed. So, no regrets. So another thing that has been on my mind lately, especially today, as I've been journeying in this part of the Northeast, is the concept of nesting versus hunting. And I think about this a lot. Which one am I? Now, I don't think any of us are necessarily one or the other, but I feel like my life has been out of balance with one of those for quite some time. I think my natural tendency, my natural calling is the call of the hunter, the seeker, the journeyman, to find, to explore, to take chances in life. And I feel like being a nesting for too long, there's nothing necessarily wrong with nesting, but by doing this practice, it's creating a safe haven. And I feel like I have created an imbalance in my life by doing this, and I think a lot of people do. When you get to a certain age, maybe when you get into your late 30s and 40s, oftentimes you find yourself in a long-term relationship, or you find yourself buying things, buying houses, properties, a commitment to a long-term job, and you start to acquire things. You start to... There is a spider that just all of a sudden was up my phone from the ground. It was kind of cute. It was a little green one. He just flew off. I didn't know. He just flew away. It was interesting. I got off topic. I get distracted. It's my ADD. But the nesting, I feel like, as you get to be my age, because I'm only 29, not really, but I find it, when you get to be people of my vintage, it's become so easy to just keep packing that nest with things, and it gets comfortable. You want to create that comfort zone that warm nest, and I see people that just don't want, that give up on going out and exploring, meeting new people, finding things that excite them because it's become scary. Those things have never scared me. I've constantly looking to seek for new adventures, finding people that excite me. I don't think that'll ever change. And I think the older I get, the more mature I get, the more I crave those things. So I'm not saying I want to tip the scales completely the other way, but I definitely want to find more balance in my life. But I definitely will say that my natural, I don't know what the right word is. My guild is the hunter, not the nester. I don't know if that's the right word, but some people are. Some people, it is, I think, their goal to build that nest and to grow that and to make life as comfortable as possible. And I don't want life to be comfortable. Because once life gets comfortable, I feel that sense of complacency and I get icky, and I like to throw a little stick in the spokes to screw with things a little bit to see how do I recover from this. I know, a little weird, but I don't think it's weird because I like to challenge myself. I like to see what I can do. That's how I kind of measure how I'm doing, is to see how I rise to challenges. So, anyways, I'm going to move on. Probably going to find some dinner soon. I'm in Vermont. There's some great restaurants here. Maybe a local microbrewery. What could go wrong? Last stop on the trip today. Ordered up my street tacos. Can never go wrong with that. And an IPA, double IPA. Walking back to my car, I had some just amazing street tacos. Sat next to a woman. She's probably in her 70s. She asked me if I'm a traveler. I like that. And I said, no, I'm just taking like a day trip. I actually felt that she seemed fascinated with my story today. But I love just meeting random people on trips like this. You know, I'll never see her again, but she was such a sweet woman. And she actually is from Newton, Mass. Go figure. Well, anyways, back to my car. I have a long drive, and it took me a little bit longer to eat, but man, those were some great tacos. And the best part of my dinner were the plantains. The best plantains I've ever had in my life. I just had. Yeah. Oh, well, that concludes this. Eat plantains. Where did I didn't even know where I had dinner. It was so good. Street tacos are my favorite. Yeah, so good. I'll show it. There's a picture of my dinner. And I had the bartender was really nice. She recommended this double IPA with fruity notes. I like my fruity beer. So yeah, great night. And now I'm headed home. It was a really nice adventure today. So onward. Thanks everyone.